Pour yourself a drink, get comfortable, because we're making 3 turkeys, 3 different ways. You're gonna be happy 3 times in a row. We're calling this Turkey 101. If this is your first time cooking a turkey, and for many of you it will be, we've got your back. We're gonna show you everything you need to know. You're gonna feel pretty confident by the time we're done. And if you've already cooked a turkey, which, let's be realistic, that's once a year for most of us, you may have forgotten things. Or you might learn a few new tips from me. We've still got your back. You're gonna learn how to defrost properly. And don't laugh, because a lot of people get that part wrong. You're gonna learn how to spatchcock a turkey, which will change the turkey playing field significantly for you. You're gonna learn how to brine a turkey. Maybe the most important part of this entire process. And then we're gonna show you how to cook a turkey in the oven, in the smoker, and in the deep fryer. And after cooking your turkey, we're gonna show you how to carve a turkey. There's nothing left. There really isn't. We're putting everything we have on the table for you. So let's start with defrosting, because that's important. Imagine this to be your basic frozen turkey. It's like a rock. And when I tell you there's only 2 ways to defrost this, you need to believe me, because you cannot defrost it in the microwave. You cannot leave it on the counter, and you cannot defrost it in warm water. Your options are cold water defrosting or refrigerator defrosting. Let's do refrigerator first, because in the refrigerator, a frozen turkey will defrost at the rate of 4 pounds per day. That means a 12-pound turkey is going to take 3 days to defrost. It's a long time. If you don't have that much time, you have the cold water option. The cold water option is faster. A frozen turkey in that cooler, in that bucket, covered with cold water that you change every 30 to 45 minutes, defrosts at a rate of 1 pound for every 30 minutes. That means a 12-pound turkey is gonna take 6 hours to defrost fully. Much better than the 3-day thing. I think you would agree. And by the way, you simply defrost the turkey in its original packaging, but I like to put it in the refrigerator on a sheet pan in case it drips and the water comes out and stuff like that. That's the way to go. Now that you know how to defrost, let's take a look at what this turkey looks like when you take it out of the bag and how you're gonna deal with it. I like to start by taking my turkey and putting them on a baking sheet, because there's liquid in here and we don't need it going on the counter or the floor. So now you get yourself a pair of scissors and open up the handy bag. Now we gotta take the bag off. So same thing, a little snip, but make sure you're not snipping close to the turkey. And we open them up. Now, the liquid, if you take the turkey out the right way, the liquid will stay mostly in this bag. And then you can take him out and be very careful with the liquid. Lift this up, turkey's there, liquid's gone. Still have a few more things before we really get going. The first thing is this. This is the little pop-up that presumably tells you when the turkey is ready. The little red thing literally pops up when the turkey's at the temperature that this pop-up thinks it should be at. But I favor technology, and I'm going to use an instant read thermometer. So this guy I generally take out. Now what you've got is you've got the way that this guy has been trussed up to keep it together. This is some serious plastic right here that we've cut through. This little plastic cage. You've got to get them out. And by the way, if you're squeamish about raw meat and stuff, this is maybe not your time to be watching, but just a little quick turn inside here and pull, and out comes your guy. Throw this away. Now you've got all sorts of extra liquid in here. And look who came out. The turkey's neck, out of the big cavity. The neck, while kind of icky looking, you might look at this and go, ooh, this will help make your gravy, a stock, a broth, outstanding. So we set this to the side, and just let me get rid of some of this liquid to make it not so horrifying to look at. All right, that's a little better. So from this end, we've taken out the neck, but now from this end, there's another surprise. Lift up this skin, you feel for a little bag, this. This is the bag of giblets, and that's how it's pronounced. Not giblets, it's giblets, and in here would be liver, would be gizzard, would be heart. Once again, this will flavor up anything if you're inclined to use it. If not, you can just get rid of it. Once everything's out of the turkey, our next step will be spatchcocking. Spatchcocking, this crazy word, is simply the removal of the backbone in a turkey or a chicken that lets you then open it up like a book. It lays flat when it cooks, and it cooks evenly, and it cooks faster. It's like the greatest thing ever. Let me show you how to do this. I'm going to begin by putting down a couple paper towels, then taking the turkey and putting him breast side down, just like that. Here's what I do. I start by removing this crazy piece back here. It's often referred to as the parson's nose, sometimes called the Pope's nose. There's cartilage, there's a little bit of meat in here, but it's kind of weird and it hangs there in an odd way. It's the tailbone. I don't like it. I remove it. So here is the backbone of the turkey. Same spot here is. It should be easy to find. Again, this is the back. The breasts are face down right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of good kitchen shears and I'm going to cut on either side of this backbone. So now this part you're going to hear crunching because you're cutting through bone. You're going to cut all the way up this side, then cut all the way down that side. Your other option, should you find this doesn't work for you, is to use a small serrated knife like this. I'll continue here and here. We'll make this quick because I know not everybody likes this part. We're free. Ladies and gentlemen, a backbone. I know it's a bit graphic, but once again, this is going to help make a stock, a soup, a gravy, outstanding. But let's look at what we've got. We've got a bunch of liquid in here that I want to get rid of. Now, right here, up by the wings, this little middle section, I'm going to take this little knife and make a little cut. And this is going to help open this guy up. So we turn him over, and now we want to open him up like a book. You start to spread here. Do you hear that? That's the noise that you want. And now I find it easiest if you take a couple sheets of paper towels for grip, put them on top, and just like you're giving chest compressions, you push down and look what you've done. You've leveled the turkey playing field literally. And so what happens now is that the breasts are going to cook at the same rate that the thighs and legs do. And now we come to what I believe, ladies and gentlemen, is the single most important step when cooking a turkey, and that's the brining. And I know you've heard of it before, and if you don't know what it is, generally it's putting the turkey in a salt, sugar, water solution for 24 to 48 hours to help make it better, more flavorful, more tender. Wet brining is what that's called. And it's a huge pain. You have to boil water and put the salt and sugar in until it dissolves, and then let it cool down, and then find a big vessel and put the turkey in it, and then find that big vessel space in your fridge. And I don't know how you're going to do that, but I don't want you to do that. You don't need to do that because we're dry brining. Dry brining is just putting kosher salt on the turkey, and it does all the same things, but not in a messy way. Let me show you how this works out. You're going to like it. It's very simple. Alrighty, here's our friend. Dried, he's upside down on a rack on a sheet pan. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take kosher salt, not table salt, kosher salt. No additives, no nothing. Coarser grain, it's better. We're going to put this salt on this turkey at a ratio of 1 tablespoon for every 4 pounds of turkey. So this whole turkey is going to get about 3 tablespoons of this. So we'll put some on the back, of course. We'll reserve most of it for the front. So just sprinkle liberally. And then we're going to turn them over and continue with the salting. And make sure you get all underneath, do the breasts well, the thighs, the legs, top, bottom, inside. I'd say outside, but I guess this is the outside. And when you're done, this goes in your refrigerator uncovered for 24 to 48 hours. I'm suggesting 48. I think it just makes it better. Flavorful, tender, juicy. It's the best thing. But remember what we talked about. We talked about the defrosting and how long that takes. And then you've got now to take into consideration how long the brining will be. So let's do some math in our heads. Let's say Thanksgiving is Thursday. You ideally want this turkey in your refrigerator, dry brining, no later than Wednesday. That means you have to calculate your defrosting time leading up to that. But know this, once defrosted, a turkey is fine in your refrigerator for 4 days. That was a lot. Thanks for hanging in. Only thing now is to cook 3 turkeys. We're going to start with the one that takes longest, and that's the smoked turkey. We begin with our rub, and our rub consists of dried rosemary, thyme, sage, black pepper, and garlic powder. This gets mixed. Time for the turkey. And here's our guy, beautifully brined and ready to go. They don't look that pretty, of course, but here's how I want to start. We're going to put oil on both sides, but we flip first. One quick dry here. I have a brush and I have a little neutral oil. Neutral oil is not flavored oil. It's not extra virgin olive oil. Could be vegetable, could be canola, could be avocado. Save the expensive olive oil for other times. So when you get a nice little coating on here, we take our seasoning. We go light on this side, we'll do more on the other side. but we definitely want to add some flavor here. And now we'll flip them back over like that. The oil comes back and on we go. And now, you know, lift, get underneath. Suppose this would be the armpit. Underneath, here, 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 and of course the breast. And when the oil's on, back with the seasoning to cover. Do a nice job. Respect the turkey. You want him working on your behalf, or her. I don't actually know. Beautiful, beautiful. When you feel good about your work here, only one thing to do. Take them over to the smoker. And here we are. 2 hands. Don't want to drop him. Over, over, over. Nice, right in the middle. Love that. Smoker's at 275. This will take, maybe 2.25 hours. But we're not gonna guess. We're gonna use an instant read thermometer starting about, the 1.5 hour mark. We wanna pull this guy off at 160. Your end temperature wants to be 165. But if you pull it off at 165, it'll rise up to maybe 170, 172. We don't want that. We want it perfect. So 160, we'll get the thermometer and we'll be fine. And this leads us to turkey number 2, my personal favorite, the oven roasted turkey. This video is a result of a partnership between us and Albertsons, huge grocery chain. They've got Vons and Pavilions where I shop on a far too regular basis. Anyway, for the months of November and December, they've partnered with chefs like me to bring you cool stuff to eat. And if you check the link below, you can find more things like this that will help bring your holiday cooking to a what, boys? To a whole new level with some nonsense from us. That's what it is. Delicious nonsense from us. There's how we start. Fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, fresh sage, black pepper, and butter. You know this is gonna be good. In these guys go, and we mix just into a gorgeous, well-combined paste. Now the turkey, and like before, we'll give this kid the flip and a quick dry. Oil and water, butter and water, not the best combo, and we brush. And just like the smoked turkey, we'll save most of it for the top side, but you absolutely want to bring some flavor here too. And if you could smell what was going on this turkey, the fresh herbs are amazing. Let's turn our friend around. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, okay, it's going to be more beautiful when it's cooked, but it's beautiful to me right now. 2 things left to do. 1, I want to take these wings and, as much as you can, try and tuck them under. I always think it cooks better like this. And then of course you get the perfect breast color as opposed to there being like a shadow where you didn't get any direct heat. It's a little hard, but you can do it. One last step, and it's an important one. I'm gonna add about a cup of vermouth to this pan. It's gonna help steam, it's gonna help flavor, it's gonna make everything nice, and the drippings from the turkey are gonna go into that, and that will make your drippings better when you go to make your gravy. This guy's going in a 425 oven, and we'll see him in a while. And I know I told you a turkey cooks faster when it's spatchcocked, but check this out. Generally a round turkey, a whole turkey, not spatchcocked, in the oven, 15-ish minutes a pound. This guy, spatchcocked, maybe 8 minutes a pound. That's half. And it will be better and cooked more evenly. You gotta love that. But don't stop there because we have one more turkey left. This one we're cooking whole, and this one is going into a deep fryer. Yeah. First our rub and everything's dried. Thyme, rosemary, chipotle chili powder, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika. This is a combination. And this we just mix. And when it's comfortably blended, we get the turkey. All right, here he is. It's a little crazy looking, isn't it? A whole turkey that's been dry brined. All right, let's do this. We want to dry him off still a little bit more. And we oil, a light coating of oil. And the oil is going to help make all our seasonings stick. The other reason you want to dry them off is the old oil and water trick. And I'm actually not using exactly oil to deep fry this guy, but we'll get there in a second. Now our seasoning, and you can be fairly generous this time. All right, let's turn him over. Nice. And we'll dry this guy too. Oil again. Use that backbone that we took out of the other 2 and the seasoning. I don't want to put him in the basket like this. I want him to cook more like that. So to do that, I'm going to take a piece of string and go underneath here and underneath here, around the wing tips once, like so, like here, and the same thing on this side. And these guys will meet here in the middle, and it'll do a little quick knot thing. We're good. The point is just to keep them close. It'll cook more evenly that way. So this excess I'll cut off. Same thing with the legs. So this guy will get a couple turns. We'll bring them up here and do that little twist around twice. That secures it mostly. Then your knot, and we're in. That's it. Simple, nice little package. We cut, and now we get our basket. I'm cooking this turkey in an oilless deep fryer. Yes, it's a thing. It's gonna go in this basket and get lowered in. I'll show you that in a second. But what is important for those of you that have an oil deep fryer, there's a classic mistake that is often made, and I want to help you not make that mistake. And it's about oil displacement when it comes to putting the turkey in. Look, maybe you've seen these examples. Somebody puts a turkey in, the oil goes over the top, it hits that live flame, and then they set their house on fire. We don't want that. I don't want that for you, and I know you don't want that. So let me show you what you need to do. The problem is, let's say this glass is your deep fryer and it's filled with hot oil, 350, 75 degrees. Now, this lemon will represent our turkey. People often eyeball the level of the oil, and I think you know where this is going. And then when they're ready to cook, watch what happens. Yeah, it's gonna spill over. That's not the thing to do. Here's the thing to do. This is your deep fryer. Put your turkey in. Put water in up to the level that it needs to be. Well, this is not supposed to be floating, but that's fine, right? Take it out, mark it. That's the spot that your oil should be put into. Then when you go to do it properly, you know it's not gonna overflow. It's perfect. We've got your back. We've really got your back. Okay, but back to our oilless one. Here's my basket. Let's put our turkey in it. Basket. Now I've sprayed this with non-stick spray. The turkey might still stick a little bit, but you want to spray it. And now we put this guy in, feet first, wings in, nicely, nicely, everybody goes in, and there you have it. Look how nice. The tying is important, it really is. So this guy will just pick up, we'll take over to the fryer, and carefully, in you go. And that's just it. And I know if you're looking at this, you're gonna say, Sam, there's no oils, they're gonna cook the right way. Listen, my manager told me he will never cook a turkey another way. This infrared oilless fryer is his preferred way to go. And I'm not selling these. I'm just telling you, if you don't like the whole oil business, this is a really good option for you. Now it has a little hat that will go on in the last 50 minutes or so of cooking, not until then. And this is probably gonna be maybe an hour and a half. After all your hard work, you now get to reward yourself and your families and loved ones and friends with beautiful cooked turkeys. Time to check them out. Number one, the deep fried. And we lift. Wow, hello handsome. Let's go check you out. And here we are. The goal now is try and get this little fellow out. Come on, bud. Look at all the juice in here. Watch this. And now we'll take our buddy here and put him right on there. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Everybody come on. So the proper move would be to, cut this string, separate these guys. You got legs, and let it rest for a little bit, but I can't. So I'm just gonna come right in here. And look, I don't know if can you see how nice this is? Oh, come on. Juicy turkey. Crispy skin. That's what this oilless deep fryer does, to get you this nice skin. That's what a oil fryer does, get you that nice skin. The seasoning on this is fantastic. Happy Thanksgiving to me. But wait, don't stop there. We have another one. And number two, the smoked. Look at this. I still hear sizzling. I hear sizzling and grinding from some contractors. Wow, that could not be any prettier, could it? So let's take them off. Big spatula under here. I've got a cutting board. Nobody fall apart on me now. Come on, guys. Come on, buddy. Come on. Work with me. Hello, hello, hello from, oh, there you go, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, turkey success. Well, let's go find out. Look at it, come on. I'm telling you, I even think a spatchcock just looks better the way it lays out than a whole turkey. It really does. I don't care what anybody says, that's my opinion. And I want a little piece. Oh gosh, 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 gosh. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go right here. Just have a little bit of thigh, okay? You can do, because you can, No, wait, before anybody says anything, this is not pink because it's uncooked. This is pink because of the smoke. This thigh was 173 degrees. That was about 162. So Check this out. That's a legit smoke ring, folks. And this is a legit bite. Holy crap. To the sound of the contractors hammering next door. You know what I failed to tell you, and maybe you noticed. There was no salt in anything that we put on this turkey other than the brine. There was no salt in any of the rubs because we salted it for the brining, and it's perfection. I'm just gonna tell you this. This is my favorite of the two so far. We'll find out when the oven roasted comes because normally that is my fave. It's got the butter on it and the fresh herbs and stuff, but dang, one more to go. And the last one. Are you ready for this? Because I don't know if you guys are. Ready for the most beautiful turkey ever? Three, 2, and 1. Oh, snap. Look at that. So now you see this. You see all this liquid? This is what you're gonna make your gravy out of. You're gonna pour all this into a measuring glass. The fat will come to the top. You'll spoon off the fat, and then you'll use that as the base of your gravy, and it'll be outstanding. And don't forget, it's been flavored with vermouth, as is the turkey. So let's take him off now. And this is the guy that we're gonna carve. Please don't drop me. Oh, look, see this? Wow. Swag. I'm gloved up, and I'm ready to carve. Carving is very simple. A couple things you need to know. For me to do this though, I'm gonna turn them around because it works better on this direction for me. I'll start by taking off the leg thigh section. That's easy. Just follow this little line right here, right? See this? Fantastic. See that? That came off just like that because it's tender, it's cooked perfect, and now you wanna separate the thigh from the leg, and it's almost the same thing. You go down here, and then you can take the thigh and the leg, snap, right there, and here's your cut. So let's just start to put these guys out here. So if you want to cut the thigh, which I know some people like to do, you come down like this, make one little cut. Again, it's a little ball socket that you're looking for that separates nicely. So we'll put this here. Now let me show you what I like to do with the wings. These, you literally can start to twist. Wait for that little snap right there, and then you come in with your knife and look for the little joint and twist and separate. There you go. So what you've got basically is a giant drummy and a flat, just like if you were having chicken wings. Give that to somebody that's standing staring at you, dying for something to eat. We can go down here with this one. And this meat right here, you know what this is perfect for? A bite. And this is for this. The butter, the fresh herbs. It is absolutely my favorite way to cook a turkey. I'll get the other wing off, and then I'm gonna show you the breast because that's important, and you're gonna like the way I do it. Here's the move. Breastbone down the middle, just on this side of it. You come down, come around underneath, we follow it, we follow, we follow, we follow, we come back, and then where we went in here, we come down here, and if you've been a good kid, the breast comes off whole like that. And then what I like to do is this. Cut in beautiful pieces. You know, the skin's gonna want to move around, so be gentle with it, take your time. And then this whole thing just gets picked up, set on your board. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then you would do the same with the other breast. There's really not anything else we could show you other than how to eat it, and I think that should be pretty obvious. We've taken you from a solid frozen turkey to this, to gorgeous oven roasted, gorgeous smoked, and gorgeous deep fried turkey. I want you to remember something. If this is your first time, a turkey is just a big chicken. It really is. If you can cook a chicken, you can cook a turkey. If you can't cook a chicken, you should know how to do that. And if Thanksgiving's coming up, start with the turkey. You have to start sometime. Am I right? I think I'm right. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can do this. I want you to do this.